Hey, going live. Good morning, everybody, including Cooperman, Isaac Khanan, Itzi Lunger, and Honey Khan. Morning. Good to see you. Page 177. Once upon a chassid. Sorry. Thank you. 172. Once upon a chassid. And God said to Moses, I shall descend to you upon Mount Sinai in the thickness of cloud, so that the people hear me speaking with you, and they will believe in you forever. Exodus 19:9. So exciting stuff. I was saying last time we were, discussing the story, how children don't have issue with supernatural stories, with amazing stories. Um, No. Of course not. All right, anyways, that's that shows how kind I am to Goops. Instead of absolutely losing it on him. That's it.
An extension of Moshe is present every single generation. Zohar. Yes, Moshe is present in every single generation because he gave us the Torah and he taught it. Hashem taught it to him and he taught it to us. And when we learned it from Moshe, Moshe is our teacher and he taught us. And people said this and this and this is from. This is where I learned it from, and this is who you should tell over your children. This is who we learned it from. So that's what I think. Judge your words. So, good night.
Oh, you can start.
And you. Sometimes.
Thanks, you God.
I
172.
it's in wrong right. So Tanya. And you get to tackle me again because so yeah. Isaac, smile. If you don't stop smiling, I'll stretch you. I don't even know, like, I don't know why we're doing stories. I think it should be talking. Yeah. So, you can't. We do talk about Tanya. Tanya. So, whatever, Tanya.
Said, expressed, exposed identity. Jest Wiecek Lubavitch once relayed. So, he's definitely acting on impulse, but Yossi, stop saying Tanya during my turn. You say during your turn, minute and a half straight. You say Tanya, no problem. If you're doing it during my turn, then you leave. Definitely. Or during Nitzi's turn. Sure, you know already by now the way that we run it. Everybody gets a chance. I'll put up with your crap. As in, this is not crap, this is good stuff, actually. You well done. I'll put up with it as long as you respect where we run. So I could last for a minute and a half of listening to nothing, as long as I know that it's a minute and a half. But if it goes longer than that, you start speaking about people's turn, that's not for me. And then I can't be quiet during your turn either. So that's how that's my issue. But yeah, I definitely want to, as I will, treat you with even more respect as an adult, as a self-respecting person, respectful person. And I gotta put in more effort.
When Rabbi Schneerson Zalman will be returning to this life, I don't know this word, can you help me out?
Vitebsk.
After studying under the college of Rav Doiber Matzeh, word spread quickly that he had become a member of the dangerous culture. That's not the word. Said you. So that's
Oh, I did say.
oh. 2, 4. The much feared yet little understand Hasidic movement. Hasidic movement. This stigma was a source of immersible embarrassment for his family. His affluent father-in-law was removed from the honorable position he had in the town. Not needless to say, Rabbi Schneerson Zalman himself was endless, booed, large, and harassed.
Yeah. Is it? You don't like learning Tanya?
Sure.
Oh, we're trying. Moses. Tanya. I'm not gonna fall asleep again. Listen. Whoa. Whoa. What is that? This looks like he tried to attack me. The back. Try to show my. I'm trying to look for a Tanya on the table. I know you want to learn Tanya. Why can't we do Tanya FiveAlive? So David Batash could join. One you learn it on. No. Daily Tanya FiveAlive. Everyone read. You do how we did it last year. Everyone reads a paragraph in new words. And then you have a minute to explain what you have to say. Wow. You have FiveAlive Tanya starting tomorrow. Okay? I'm writing it down on the FiveAlive chat. You agree on it. The author Rabbi would rather us learn Tanya than read this book.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. God. Yet this did not deter him from his holy work. Despite all odds, Rabbi Shneer Zalman had a small group of faithful adherents, many of whom were simple townsfolk and laymen. With patience and devotion, he drew them close to the teachings of the citizen. He instructed them how to serve the Almighty with love and fear. Moreover, he imbued them with an awe and deference. I think it's deference of his Rebbe, the Maggid of Mizrach. So far, can you please stop? You can say whatever you want during your turn.
I'm not saying.
If it's important to write it down and to put it in my face, then it's obviously important to say it during your turn. So please, go ahead. So now, why are you putting it in my face? Say it.
No.
We've said so far is that the Alter Rebbe went to learn by Doiber of Mizrach And when he came back, the news spread quickly that he was part of that dangerous cult, but nobody really knew much about this Hasidic movement. And it was very embarrassing for the family and all this stuff, but he continued teaching anyways.
Shall among this was a man by the name of Reb Shlomo Matter. He earned this MPhil due to his professional of baking cakes. Those times, the cakes was a rare delicacy served only at weddings, bris milas, and other festive events. Though his exception, he had begun a, acquainted with all the Talmudic scholars of Visper, who were usually invited to such affairs. So I guess it's in that this guy made a lot of cakes and only for special occasions, not for like Shabbos or like he just made for like Shavuos and all these other holidays. So.
Krishan, Tanya, fast.
I'm very proud of you that you approaching it. Why did you go do that thing? So no reason. No reason. Descend. Wait. You did have descend? So two direction. Descend to you. Okay. Yeah, basically cakes are very expensive and very rare then, so you'd only be hired to bake those special cakes. Like at weddings, bris milas, and special times. Rabbi Shlomo related that on one occasion in the year 5531, which is 1771, Rabbi Shneur Zalman conducted a farbrengen with his disciples. It was a few days prior to Shavuos, and they spoke of preparing oneself to receive the Torah. The young rabbi posed a question to his eager listeners. How old is he? And with the Alter Rebbe, I'm saying how.
Shortly before the Torah was given, God assured Moshe, "Oh, you come." Shortly before the Torah was given, God assured Moshe, "They will believe in you forever." What was the purpose of this promise? Surely Moshe had already won the trust of the Jewish people weeks early. After after they had witnessed the splitting of the Red Sea, does it not state? And people believe in God and in Moshe and his servant. Footnote 1 is the tall circumcision. Footnote 2 is 1771. Footnote 3 is listed as Gam. I think that, yes, it does say it, but do we really truly believe that Moshe really gave us the Torah and stuff like that? Like, we have to like really believe that he gave it to us. I think that's what he's trying to say.
What's my word?
Upon
Upon a Tanya. feels good to brush my teeth. And, you know, I should not be lazy and brush it 3 times a day. It's a little too much. But, yeah. It's nice. We're talking about the author, right? Okay, normally I think the author of any of the author of the product. Now I can get off and close to the nurse's face and he won't have to smell my graphic for this month. Amazing. Change it. This is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. When I try to become president, they're all gonna see this. I think before I become president, I need to do every single video. Fortunately, that's just you know, it's so crazy, like how presidents, like they have things they post when they're 12. Look, you do that when you're 12. Jeez, these kids were kids when they're 12. They didn't make any proper decisions then. Why are you judging them when they're 45? It's 20 years already. Democrat. That's what we have.
Mount elevated. You're gonna have to work on your math for Kubra. Because 12 plus 20 is not 45. And I think that for next time the proper thing to do is to take it to the sink and brush your teeth. And I will kindly request that you do that. Because look at this whole thing you're doing. What are you doing? Don't say no. I'm asking you for next time. I'm happy you're brushing your teeth. We're brushing by the sink. Take some toothpaste, put it on, brush your teeth, rinse it, rinse your mouth. That's it. You got like a whole pile of guy over here. You're gonna have to brush your teeth in the middle of nowhere. Like, what's the connection? Taking water from there and pouring. What's the point of that? Like, come on. Come on.
I don't miss a minute.
Go. Anyways, work with me, and I'm gonna try to make it work for you as well. I need a good idea. It's not like it's not possible. It's just I feel like I'm fucking
10 seconds left. No, speak, Isaac. Don't get into the reading part of it. It's the speaking part of it.
Sinai, Sinai. Hello. We then cited the commentary of Ivan Ezra, footnote 4, Rabbi Avram Ivan Ezra, c. 1089 to 1164, that even after all the miracles that many Jews still question the vacancy, their verity of Moshe's prophecies, Mayan, footnote 5 is in Moshe ben Talmud, or 11, 94 to 1270, describes that this answer. It is inconceivable that the seed of Avram would be skeptical of prophecy, he argued. So,
Can you see stick of deodorant flying around here? He's like, what? But Isaac has to do with the best way to be a good boy. The gym class is the first. I can't talk to this. But the gym for the first time in a long time. Yeah. Oh, that's so. Yeah, nickname. And to the gym, and I worked out for a little longer than I usually would work out. It does now I'm a little sore later. I'm touching my chest. Thank you. Yeah. Hopefully I won't get lazy. I'll go again today. So yeah, BH. So I think we're gonna do it. Pass. No, wow. No.
The famous Rabbi Shneur Zalman contended that the Ibn Ezra's view is correct. Of course, every Jew believed that God would someday send a prophet to deliver them from Egyptian bondage. He explained. Yet, they were not entirely convinced that Moshe was indeed this predestined prophet. Before giving the Torah, God promised that henceforth everyone, even those who had previously harbored doubts, will fully appreciate who Moshe is. Let me just put it into words together. So we're speaking about that at a certain Farbrengen, which Shlomo Lekach Macher, the guy that baked cakes, he was saying that at a certain Farbrengen, the Alter Rebbe said this idea that right before the Torah was given, Hashem told Moshe that they will believe in you forever. We asked, what is the purpose of that? Why do we have to believe in you forever? Why does he have to say that? And when he says, Amino Hashem Moshe Avda, after splitting his sea, so that they believe in him. So there were two commentaries. Ibn Ezra, he says that even after all the miracles, many Jews still question the legitimacy of Moshe's prophecies. And Ramban disagrees.
Thickness. At the point Rabbi Shneur Zalman gazed earnestly at his small, pursuit band of followers and said, "Friends, do not be discouraged. Everyone believes that there is a Rebbe, a leader of the world, Jewry. They are merely aware of what his true identity. We are privileged to know that the Rebbe was none other than Baal Shem Tov, and presently it is our Rebbe, the Maggid of Mizrach." So I guess it's saying that everyone should believe that there's a leader.
Thank you, Isaac. What's this last time on system? Of Ira. Isaac, thank you very much for trying to deal yourself this word. Never get scared of that word. It's the best word you have in your life. I'll see you later. Fine.
Okay, cloud. Upload. Probably a said download. Like that. Anyways, why load? Like a load. Sometimes you forget like the meaning of words. You get used to it. Upload. Like a donkey stuck under its load. One of your friends' donkey, your enemy's donkey. Okay. After narrating the story of Yesvius concluded, this episode is a direct signal to us, a greetings from 175 years ago. So what are we talking about? Finish saying, I'm going to continue from where I was holding before as a recap. And Ibn Ezra says that there are some of the Jews that still didn't believe in Moshe's prophecies. And Ramban disagrees with this and says that it's impossible that the seed of Avraham, offspring of Avraham Avinu, would be skeptical of prophecy, wouldn't believe in it. Alter Rebbe says, and actually Ibn Ezra is correct. Of course, everybody believed that there was a prophet will be sent and they'll be redeemed. But they were still not 100% convinced that Moshe was the one.
So, also, the Rabban Rebbe comment. So, I mean, I think that 175 years. So, I guess 175 years ago, he said this, and I guess he wrote. I guess he said these things to people, and like I guess it's he direct. It was like a direct signal to us for like greet everyone. I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Let me just get some weird.
Yeah.
I was gonna pass anyway.
Trying to get to the other. You're gonna pass it?
Yeah.
Okay. Our sages are clear that there is a Moshe in every generation, a Rebbe designated by God. Just as the Baal Shem Tov and the Maggid were the leaders of their respective eras, likewise, Rabbi Shneor Zalman was the Moshe of the subsequent generation. Since the Rebbe, my saintly father-in-law, Rabbi Yitzchak, remarked that this is a signal to us, it is certainly a self-evident reality in our present times that he is the leader of world Jewry. So in the end, what happened is that the Alter Rebbe was saying that don't be discouraged that everybody believes that there is a Rebbe. Nobody knew who he was. And we all know that it's the Baal Shem Tov already. And then now it's the Maggid Mizrich who was his teacher. Then the Alter Rebbe became it. And when the Frierdiker Rebbe was saying the story years later, 175 years later, he was saying that it's direct greeting to us then at that time. So then our Rebbe said that basically because the Frierdiker Rebbe said that it's our message to us, that means it's our message to us.
In the early 40s, the Rebbe is in the early 40s, the Rebbe issued a proclamation that immediate tshuva will bring about immediate redemption. At his behest, and the Hasidim publicized the Mashiach is soon to arrive. On their own intention, however, they added the Rebbe himself is the long-awaited Mashiach. So I guess it's saying that.
I'm busted. Next time.